So you want to mark down an inch from each side. You can see that little mark. And then you want to cut your nocks. You can see at a roughly 45-degree angle toward the belly of the bow. So now I'm going to cut nocks on this side, and I'm going to string this up for you guys. Alright, so here's the finished bow. You can see. There you go. Comes right apart. So you're gonna actually need to actually put petroleum jelly on here. Some silicone lubricant would work really well as well. There you go. Take it apart and put it back together. And then we're gonna string it up. There you go. So I'm gonna shoot it for you guys. Alright, now you guys are right on the target. In fact, this is my target right here. So I'm going to be shooting at you guys. Well, thanks for watching. So here's the bow. What I did was I just gave it a light sanding throughout its length. And then here on the tip, I just sort of rounded off all the edges. So for this bow, I'm just going to leave the tips as is. I'm not going to modify it in any way. The reason being is that if this is going to be like a survival type bow, and actually these tips are the strongest you can get on a full PVC pipe bow, just because you haven't compromised it in any way. You haven't cut it, you haven't spliced anything in. It's one solid piece, which means that it can be used for things. And actually this sort of wider shape can be used for a lot of different things. Like you could use it as an improvised shovel. You could use it as a scraper for certain applications. You could actually take this apart and use it for transporting water. There's tons of things you could do with this. So what we're going to do right now is, now that I've sanded this, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to cover it all in just a non-reflective black spray paint. So let's go do that. I'm just using fast drying all-purpose spray enamel, and it's a non-reflective black. So the way you do this is really simple. You keep the handle pieces connected. Because what will happen is that if you open these up and you get spray paint on the inside of the inner piece or on any of these internal surfaces, what's going to happen is that it's going to add a little bit of resistance, and it's also going to fill up space. So what's going to happen is that where you could just barely take it apart and put it back together and it was a snug fit, it's now going to be impossible to take apart, or it's going to require a lot of force. So it's real simple. I just go starting from one tip. Let's see, it's going to come out right. So I've still got this much left to do, but this is kind of in my handhold here. And it's fast drying enough so that if I just let the other side dry a little longer, I'll be able to hold it from that side and finish up the tip. So I'm going to let it dry a little bit, and then I'm going to finish this off. Alright, so it's dried enough for us to hold on to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to finish up this tip here. Alright, so there we go. There it is. So now I'm just going to let it dry a little bit, and then we'll shoot this thing out. Hey guys, so here it is all finished up, paint's dried and everything. So I'm going to shoot it for you guys. There we go, and the bow is 50 pounds at 28 inches. So now let's put it through the chronograph. Here's the chronograph, and I'll be shooting my 435 grain arrow. So there we go.